Hi, guys, and welcome to this episode of We Need to Talk in the Wild. Can you see the horsies? Horsies. So, today we're talking about main character energy versus self centeredness. Main character energy versus self centeredness. So, we're all about main character energy nowadays and being the center of the conversation. I want to walk down a straight line on a sidewalk and I want everyone else to walk around me. I don't want to have to move out of the way. This story, this movie, this fantasy, this life is about me. All about me. But when we have that narrative, are we not just being toxic and self centered? When we do those POV videos where it's like about a breakup and you only mention the stuff about how this person did you dirty and you don't mention how you've done them dirty or how all the aspects. So their truth, your truth, the objective truth is just your truth. And with this main character energy, it's about okay, well, maybe I'm just the victim of the situation. I'm not the problem. This other person is the problem. And if they're the problem, then I'm going to gang up with the entire internet and I'm going to get the internet to see my side. So I'm going to tell the internet that this person cheated on me. This person tell me about my mother. This person did all the things and I did nothing. I was loyal to them. I cooked for them every night. I did their laundry. I took care of their kids. And could you believe that they did that to me? Type of energy, but not what did I do in the situation? And you don't always have to do something sinister. You don't always have to be the worst person in this. But are we ever 100% innocent in something? Can we ever take accountability in these situations? I know there's also healing montages where you cut off family members and you're healing on your healing journey. So you're doing all the things to heal, but you don't ever mention, am I the toxic one in the family? Am I doing toxic things because other people are being toxic towards me? So are we all toxic, I should say, and not just am I the toxic one? But if I'm unhealed because of the trauma that they're causing me, can I also not be toxic in that situation and be causing them harm as well? Kind of like a do for do, like hurt people stuff. If I'm in a bad space, in a bad headspace, and I feel harmed by these people, I'm not going to treat them with the utmost kindness. Why would I treat a family member who is isolating me, who is making me feel like trash? Why would I then have care for them? Why would I make them feel heard or seen if that's not what they're doing for me? Like, that's a genuine and a valid feeling or thought, because if somebody's actually being toxic in your life and they're making life so horrendous for you, why would you then want to be like, oh, I'm gonna be good, I'm gonna be nice to them, I'm gonna be kind to them, so I'm gonna have main character energy and screw them, and I don't want any part them to be any part of my life anymore. I don't want them to be in any part of my life anymore. And that's fair enough. But with this main character energy, with this toxicity that we've gained from the toxic people, can we then be held accountable for the toxic energy that we have? Because sometimes I don't think that we are being held accountable for the toxic energy that we have. So let's talk about accountability and shame in this situation. When people feel as though, okay, accountability means that I have to be shaming somebody instead of actually just holding them accountable. Do you want your friends to have your back by challenging you, or do you want them to just inflate your ego? Do you actually want to be challenged and heal through the traumas of things that are happening? Am I really being your friend if I'm just inflating your ego, or should I challenge you, hold you accountable? It's not about being shamed, because if I'm actually your friend and I'm helping you heal through your journeys, and you're actually have gone through trauma, you have actually gone through trauma, and we're actually trying not to just do the main character energy or the self-centeredness, we're actually trying to grow, then I would want to make life better for you, right? Because I'm actually your friend. I'm not just gassing you up. But I feel like if some people just deflect from hard conversations and they want to get defensive and they just hate actually being held accountable for their actions, they just want to be defensive and be like, no, I'm the main character, I'm the one who's been hurt, nothing has been done by me, I'm the victim. And they just have the victim hat on, and therefore you have to go through this healing journey and this main character energy journey. And it's like, be so for real, please. There is some toxicity in being the main character, and sometimes you gotta be toxic. Like I said, when you're in a traumatic situation and people are being unkind to you, sometimes you got to meet people where they're at. Fair enough. But after that, when you start to heal, when you're out of that situation, when you're trying to do better, when you're trying to make life better, relationships better, don't you think it would be better if you just got challenged? Yeah, I think so. I think he thinks so too. Like, we could talk about how hard it is to have emotions. Emotions are hard. Like, sometimes we just get filled up with so much that sometimes we get overwhelmed and we don't want to deal with the hard stuff. And as an emotional person myself, I could find myself fitting into that, where I do usually feel as though I would rather deflect and be like, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to be a part of this anymore. Y'all are just attacking me. I hate this conversation. People just hate me. Woe is me all the time. And I feel like if I don't want to be better, being better is hard, guys. Like, actually doing the work, actually going to therapy, actually trying to change who you are. After years, I've been on this earth for 20 something years. I don't know how old you are, but like, I've been on this earth for a really long time. And I feel as though all the bad habits that I've picked up, it's really hard to change those. It's really like difficult to try to figure out how to not just say, you know what, I'm finna be main character and I'm just going to walk around like that boss bee and not care about anybody else's feelings. You know? You feel any vibe? I think you're feeling the vibe. Do you have anything to say? You're not a very talkative chap, are you? That's okay, buddy. He's been locked into this conversation, though. He's really been listening to me, and I feel heard. Thank you so much for listening to me. Your friends are over there, they're just eating, chilling, but you actually locked in, and I love that for us. This has been We Need to Talk in the Wild. Are you being toxic? Do you have main character energy, or are you just being self centered? Bye, guys.